Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you will receive alerts when there are new episodes. Go get it.
That's what I tell them. I've been grinding for so long, I wake up and chase my goals. I go out and I go get it. Hot or cold, that's all I know. I don't succeed, then I don't breathe. Success, what does it mean? If I conquer all my goals, then I'm living out my dream. Dig deep, go out and get it. Success Chronicles. Compete until it's finished. Success Chronicles. Go take care of your business. Success Chronicles. It's deeper than just winning. Success Chronicles.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Chip Baker coming to you with another episode of the Success Chronicles. And today we're on with Dr. Carol Scott, an amazing lady doing some great things. And I'm so thankful to have her on this episode. So first, thanks so much for taking the time to interview with the Success Chronicles.
I'm so happy to be here, Chip. Thank you.
All right, well, let's dive into it. If you don't mind, tell us a little bit about who you are and what it is you do.
Chip, I am a developmental psychologist. And so that my area of expertise is the early development of children. And my career was all about early childhood education, childcare, Head Start, preschool for little kids, and making that a better experience. And what I do now is kind of it's a pivot really in my career. Using the same knowledge, I'm now helping adults because I believe that a lot of us missed out on a few things in our first years of life that would make us more successful now. Things like the ability to use trust as a helpful strategy, the ability to negotiate, which we learn when we're 4 years old, and the ability to have a goal, a vision, and make a plan to get there, which we really develop at first when we're 5. So now I bring what I call self-aware success strategies from your first 7 years of life to whatever need you have today for success.
Just good stuff. That's awesome stuff. Such a neat path and a neat career, neat journey.
Yeah, and the journey really took the bend a pretty long way back before I got to this pivot when I had to face my own traumatic childhood. When I was about 30, I finally went and started talking to a therapist and discussed some of the things that had happened to me for the first time. And so what I learned was, we have events in our childhood that can really put up barriers and keep us from coming out of those first 7 years with everything that we need to be successful. And so kind of facing my own trauma let me understand how to bring the information about child development as a healing tool.
That's so good. It's so good when we can take the things that we've grown. So good when we can take the things that we've grown through in our life, not gone through, but grown through in our life, and use those to be a blessing to others.
Thank you. Yes, that's the way I feel about it.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about things that you're proud of, that you accomplished in your life. What are 3 things that you've accomplished in your life that you're proud of?
Well, first thing was back there at the beginning of the therapy, I got clean and sober. I had been really struggling with using drugs and alcohol, street drugs and alcohol as a form of kind of painkiller for my trauma. And so I had to get past that. I've now been 35 years sober as of October. So that's a pretty big point of pride. And then I would say the second thing that I'm most proud of is achieving the doctorate degree, working, even though I was still really struggling with the recovery work and getting clean and sober, that I managed to continue my education and become the first person in my family to go beyond a basic college education. So that was a pretty big accomplishment. And then I really feel like the third thing was my career. I worked for 40 years in jobs that really made a difference, positions that allowed me to have an impact on lots of kids. So I started as a teacher and was a teacher in early childhood education myself for 10 years. So probably hundreds and hundreds of kids just as a teacher, and then working at the level of the system trying to make all programs better, not just the one I led. And so then really thousands of children were affected by some of the changes that I was able to foster and help come to fruition.
It's good stuff. Well, just listen to you talk about your journey, your story, hearing you discuss the things that you're proud of, I would consider that to be hugely successful. So let's hit on success. What is your definition of success?
I believe that success comes when we align what we believe with what we value with what we do in the world. And so success can be found in every endeavor in life, parenting, a job, being good at art, whatever we pursue, if it aligns with values that we hold precious and beliefs that we feel are part of our core, then I think we're successful. And if we can build relationships, then that foster that work, because I believe all success comes through relationships with other people. Nobody does anything alone.
Amen. I love it. I love how you put all of those things together too. And it's so true. Well, none of us got here alone, first off. And all of the things that we've achieved, none of us have achieved those things alone as well. I think we can be grateful for the blessings that we've had and understand that it allows us to be able to work with what we have.
100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely true.
Mm-hmm. Well, before we get off, if you don't mind sharing with the audience where they can go follow you and check you out and show you some love with all of the amazing things you have going on, Doc.
I would love to do that. And I don't. That's okay, Chip.
Yeah.
I can be found on my website at lcarolscott.com. And of course, all the social links go from there. And this podcast recording will be linked from there too. As soon as it becomes available, you'll be able to get right to Chip and me and our conversation from my website. And I'd like to, for anyone who sends me an email at carol@lcarolscott.com, I will send them my little bookette. It's a tiny 28-page cover-to-cover book about the self-aware success strategies, and it's called Becoming Yourself. And just put Chip Baker's name in the subject line so I know which show you heard me on, and I will send you a PDF of that.
That's awesome. Well, again, I just want to say thanks so much for taking the time to interview with the Success Chronicles. Truly appreciate it, and I wish you continued success.
Thank you so much, Chip. You take care.
All right. Thank you guys for checking out this episode. We'll see you next time. God bless.